don't think there's ever been a game that I've played like this. This game is peaceful. This game is hectic. This game is beautiful. It's ugly. This game is fun to play, but its performance is shit. But most importantly, above all things that video games can be, this game is fun. It is adventurous. It is, and I use this word in the most Christian manner without seeming like I'm going towards witchcraft. This game is magical. These games come out once in a decade, it seems like. With the way the gaming industry is now, with these cookie cutter open worlds, with this hold your hand to the end of the game type of feel, and for these easy mode journalists, I just feel like games nowadays haven't captured what it truly means to be great. Ever since Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild and Red Dead Redemption 2, I've been craving an open world game that really sets itself apart from the competition. And we all thought that would be Cyberpunk. And as good as Cyberpunk is, in my opinion, it still didn't live up to the expectations. And did I mention that there was multiplayer in this game? Let me show you guys what I'm talking about. You're sneaking.
Yeah.
You can do this, look. You got it. You can do this. You can do this. Believe. Not only is this game a blast to play and just fun all around and also challenging, I really shied away from the Dark Souls type of game because of the big raging feel that I have, and you guys really understand that if you're familiar with this channel. I am a huge rager and I love challenges, but when it comes at the expense of my desk or my monitor or my PC, I don't really want to play games like that all the time. So I kind of shied away from the Dark Souls series, and at the same time it wasn't my cup of tea with the way the game portrayed itself. I didn't really like the art design. I didn't really like the magic and the theme of those type of things. I don't really get down with demons or anything like that, even though I've played Doom. I really didn't give this series a chance. And with Elden Ring, I thought to myself, here's a good opportunity to hop in and really experience what the hype has always been about. And it's safe to say that this game really offers as a solid entry point for those of you who have never played a Dark Souls game. It really does, but it also offers something for even the most hardcore Dark Souls, Demon Souls from Software games. And I really say that not because I understand what it means to be a From Software game or what it even is. Honestly, with being about 20 hours in, I don't even think I've touched the surface of what this game can be. And yes, under the hood, there are some problems on PC. We need some stability fixes. We need some connection fixes. We need some updates to the multiplayer a little bit. But my goodness, the scale of this game, the amount of hidden nooks and crannies, the amount of items, different builds, the amount of playthroughs you can have with this game. This game has 6 endings. I want to go back and I want to do a whole different playthrough just so I could find something else that I didn't find with a different character that I didn't build. This game offers an almost infinite replay value, and that hasn't been something that I've felt or wanted to do in a game since Cyberpunk, and even before that, since Skyrim. I genuinely feel like this game is what it means to love video games, what it means to be a part of this industry, what it means to be a part of this paradigm, to be a part of this time that we live in. And while yes, it's not a flawless experience, no game is going to be that, and a 10 on my radar isn't perfect. It just means it's really good and generationally sound and generationally innovative. And I feel like that's what this game is. This game is a joy to play. It's a blast to run through. When you're playing with friends, it makes it even more fun. There's PvE, there's PvP. You can raid people, go into their worlds and mess with them. You can go and help somebody and run around in the open world with them if you wanted to. Dying isn't a setback in this game. It's more of a reward to learn and understand your enemies. It encourages failure. It encourages trying new things. And that's something a video game should always shoot for. Now, I'm pretty sure you guys have seen the Horizon Forbidden West developers come out and trash this game, and that's just a shame to see. We should be encouraging each other to be picked up and to make games like this. They should be studying from their peers about how did Elden Ring get this right? How did From Software make this game so that we can help better the experience of open world games and how it was done so well? And before we continue, I just really want to apologize for getting this video out so late and taking my sweet ass time with this, even though it's a patient impression. I really do want to apologize for this. I had a lot of real world things going on, a lot of Valorant, a lot of Apex stuff for competitive going on, and I was in a little bit of a pickle with some of the things that I happen to have had going on in my life. And I haven't been able to really sink my teeth into this game and just grind it like I've been able to do with most games that I've reviewed. And again, I want to apologize for that. And I tried to make sure that I accumulate about 20 hours. And that's when I really make my first impression. But I don't feel like my impression is even going to do you really any justice, because I'm not going to give you any spoilers, because there's still so much that people haven't found in this game that I may have found. I'm still only in Limgrave. And apparently there's 4 different regions and an underground city. And I've been to the underground city and it is massive. It's just so much going on in this game that I don't feel like 20 hours, I've even scratched the surface of this game. And I've heard people say that after 60, 70 hours. When do you call a review? When do you call a patient impression in games like this? It's really hard to tell. But again, I'm not going to say anything about the story. The story has been really solid so far. The gameplay has been really solid. Again, I'm playing on PC with RTX 2070. It is really, really hard to get a feel for this game with the performance that it's in. And yes, it does have hiccups. It does have issues that I would love to see ironed out, but it is something that I have dealt with before with Skyrim on PS3, with Cyberpunk 2077. This is nowhere near as bad as that. Some of the hiccups and some of the issues, they really don't affect me that much. Like, they may stutter for a little bit. The frame rate may drop a little bit, but it's nothing crazy. As far as console goes, everybody that I know has said they've had a wonderful, fantastic time. And we all know FromSoft's history with essentially their PC ports. So I wanted to come out here and state that, because again, there's a little bit of an asterisk next to my greatest game of all time rant that I'm doing right now. And you guys know me if you're familiar with this channel. Saying this is not an easy feat for me. I'm very critical of video games. I'm really challenging of video games. I come out here and I tell you guys the truth as much as possible. I do not whatsoever ever come out here and hype up a video game too much, or do I come out here and drag a video game too much. But this game deserves all the praise it's getting. It deserves all the love it's getting. It deserves every moment and every second of spotlight it gets. I see this game as being a surefire Game of the Year candidate, if not the Game of the Year. I also see this game really topping the next couple of games for these years to come, unless Starfield has something amazing for us that we just don't know about. So again, to kind of wrap this up, guys, I feel like in the first 20 hours of any video game that I've ever played, Elden Ring is the greatest game that I've ever played. It's challenging, it's rewarding, it's adventurous. It does not hold your hand. Soon as you come to the open world, it does not say go this way, do this. It says have fun, enjoy. There is no level gating. There is no repeating side quests from what I've seen. Everything is different, unique, in a different environment. It feels like a love gesture to the gaming community. And it feels like the culmination of everything From Software has done in their life leading up to this game. And shout out to George R.R. Martin for really building a backstory in a world that feels believable. It feels interesting. It feels like you're actually there. You don't feel like somebody just thrust it into a random open world and you don't know what's going on. So kudos to everybody involved. I really like this game. I will be giving you guys a patient review as soon as I can. I don't even know what I'm going to do. I got to sit down and say, I got to do it this way. Leave some comments, some criticism down below. Please help me out. Let me know how you're enjoying the game and what I should do. Ladies and gentlemen, Elden Ring is the greatest video game I've ever played so far. And I have to say, I highly recommend this game. Bless up. As always, God bless. And I'll see you guys in the next one.